Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So, we have a lot to talk about this episode. A lot has happened over the weekend. I was going to make a video. I actually recorded it, but for some reason, it did not save. So, I'm making it now because there's some valuable advice I want to give to you. Because we had a little dip over Friday, and a lot of people lost their mind, and I want to show you my thoughts on it. And I also want to show you what stocks I am going to be buying this month. It's actually going to be a two-part video, so stay tuned for the next video. So, this is the S&P. This is my Roth IRA. As those who don't know, I try to track my Roth IRA, show you what I buy, what I sell, and the whole goal is to buy safe companies and beat and outperform the S&P 500. So year to date, my Roth IRA is up 38%, and the S&P is up 13%. So we are beating the market. So this is what happened. Kind of look at a week view. So this is my portfolio during the last week. As you can see here, we had a not too bad of a dip, almost 4%. And the S&P had almost so it went down from 6,700 to 6,500. Not that bad, almost 3%. So what happened? Mr. Donald Trump was in talks with China. They had a dispute going on. Remember, they're trying to negotiate and make deals. So Trump thought China was not being fair with the rare earth mineral deals. And he said, you know what? China's not playing nice. We're going to go 100% tariffs on China. If we remember, kind of going back a little bit till like April, it's kind of the same thing what happened here. Tariff news, market got scared, and everybody sold everything when in reality, this was a great, great time to buy. And if you look over here, this little dip right here, this was last Friday. Very, very small dip once you look at it in the big picture. Also, if you want to look at it in my portfolio, this was the April dip and this was the Friday dip. So what we learned is every time Trump says the word tariffs, the market panics. It's actually a great time to buy great companies because when you are buying companies, you are buying them on their valuations, how well the company is doing, and most of the time it has nothing to do with monetary tariffs. So if Trump is going to tariff a country for like 10 days, 12 days, a month, a year, that's not permanent. Companies adjust, they move on, and they go forward and they continue to beat earnings. So every time Trump says tariffs, we get a dip, buy, buy, buy. But what happened is if you look at the crypto market, a lot of crypto coins got liquidated. And what happened in the market is people were getting greedy. Instead of people just buying companies or coins or whatever and just holding on to them, that was not enough. People are going into leverage. So in crypto, I heard there's 50x leverage. So for every dollar, you are using borrowed money for $50. So if it goes wrong the wrong way, you could lose your whole portfolio. So that's why it's important to not do options, not use leverage, and just buy great companies. Hold on to these shares because these shares are assets. Trump is around for another 3 years. These companies will be around for much, much, much longer. So any news that's going on now, bad or good, if it's bad but the company is doing well, you buy and you buy more. Because this tariff news, every single time it happened, it has been a great buying dip opportunity. So don't panic. Keep your composure. Look at the companies you have. And if you look at it closely, these companies are still executing, they're still doing better. And if anything, you got them at a better price. So, what did I do on Friday? I bought more stocks because you gave me a discount on companies that I'm already believing in, companies I'm building up positions in. You gave me a discount. I'll take it, man. You know what I mean? So, going forward, this stock, what I'm buying for October is the first one is Nike. So Nike right here actually was up a little bit more today. There it is. It was $67 today. And as you can see here, we had the opportunity to buy it at $63 during Friday's dip. So why am I choosing Nike? So Nike is on this beautiful turnaround story. Before it had the CEO in 2020 to 2024 called John Donahue. John Donahue did not grow up with Nike. He doesn't understand the Nike mission, and I'll explain a little bit why that is very, very important for a company like Nike. So he was like a hedge fund manager. He wanted to focus only on margins, and he broke a lot of ties with retail giants like Dick's Sporting Goods, Foot Locker, Finish Line. and he wanted to do everything direct to consumer. Sounds great. As a hedge fund guy, that'll be, oh yeah, we don't have to pay these companies margins and anything like that. Our margins will go through the roof, hence our stock price will. But what happened is Nike kind of went away from their main mission, and their main mission was to storytell. They want to get great athletes, advertise, ride the backs of these athletes. If these athletes do good, Nike has a mission behind it, has a story behind it. They make these beautiful slogans that are very catchy and kind of gets with the people and gets them involved in Nike. So recently, Nike got Elliott Hill back. They got rid of the last CEO and got Elliott Hill. So Elliott Hill has been with the company for 32 years. He started off, as you can see here, as an intern in 1988 and eventually became the CEO after a brief retirement. So he left because they picked the previous CEO. He's like, hey, man, I've been with the company from 1988. I know it from inside and out. I know the mission. I know the storytelling mission that Nike has. But the board, wrongfully so, chose the other guy who kind of brought Nike very, very down. So Elliott Hill is back, and he's on this mission to bring back what old school Nike was, which is storytelling. And if you want to see how powerful storytelling is for Nike, I found this pretty old clip from Steve Jobs back in the day, and he was very crediting Nike a lot on their storytelling. I'm sorry the audio is pretty bad because it's an older video, but it's very, very valuable. Let's take a quick peek.
The greatest jobs of marketing in the universe has ever seen is Nike. Remember, Nike sells a commodity. They sell shoes. And yet, when you think of Nike, you feel something different than a shoe company. In their ads, as you know, they don't ever talk about the products. They don't ever tell you about their air soles and why they're better than Reebok's air soles. What does Nike do in their advertising? They honor great athletes and they honor great athletics. The greatest jobs of...
So he summed it up pretty well. Nike is a storytelling business. They sell a vision. If you wear these shoes, you're going to be the next LeBron, etc. Make these dreams happen. Go and get it. All these phrases that I'm messing up right now. But Nike, that's what they're really, really good at. And Elliott Hill, since he's been with the company since the 1988s, he knows that mission. He knows how Nike operates from inside and out. And we're starting to see that turnaround catch traction. So in the recent earnings, this was the what they actually reported. 49 cents per earnings per share. It was the earnings estimate was going to be 27 cents. So they beat earnings estimates by 81%. You're starting to see here the win now action started by Elliott Hill is starting to catch traction. They're going back after these top-notch athletes. They're going back to that mission. They were going back to storytelling, what Nike was really, really good at. Still a long way to go. As you can see here, they're down 42% on the margins, but they're going to grind their way out and the turnaround is starting to catch traction. So if you get a Nike at these prices, it is a very, very, very good deal. And it was even a better deal when we had that tariff scare with Trump. So when you get these news, just look at how the company is executing. The company is in the middle of turning around. They're beating estimates by 81%. And you're going to give me Nike at $63 because of tariffs. Yeah, tariffs may impact Nike, but once tariffs are over, let's say Nike did say that tariffs is going to be hurting them by $1 billion. Once that tariff is gone, that's going to be $1 billion added to the profit margin. And guess what's going to happen to Nike? It's going to skyrocket because now their profits is beating earnings by an extra $1 billion. So when there's bad news, look at the company, look at what you have, and see where it is in the future. The second company I am buying, well, actually I have not bought yet, but I'm very, very close to buying. I don't know why I have not pulled the trigger, and that is PayPal. So as you can see here, PayPal has been on this. It's been dead money for the past 5 years, and if you bought it on the top, you lost a lot of money. But in reality, is this company a broken company? What's going on with PayPal? So if you look at here, the quarterly earnings, slowly going up, maybe a little drop right here, but back up. Revenue a quarter of $8.29 billion with net income of 1.2. On an annual basis, as you can see, it's just only going up. One big thing I didn't notice about PayPal They own the global e-commerce market. As you can see here, the global payment market, they're number one, and they have a total e-commerce share of 45%. So this company, let's say all these mom and dad stores are online and you want to buy purchases like goods or cookies or whatever online, a lot of them are being powered by PayPal, and a lot of banks are partnered with PayPal. So PayPal is doing a lot of initiatives. They're buying back a lot of shares. So it's so easy for them to beat earnings per share because they're buying back pretty much the whole company. So actually, a lot of really good analysts, they got this company pretty much doubling from where it's at right now. So like a fair price of 140, 160 is actually not a bad price for PayPal, but it just got to catch traction, and now they're getting into crypto and all that stuff. So PayPal is very, very interesting. If you look at it at face value and if you look at the metrics at it, it's actually dirt cheap. And the way they're buying back stock is going to make you benefit a lot more as a shareholder. So PayPal is another company I'm watching. Might buy it for October, but that's a company I would not mind owning. The next company I'm adding to is Salesforce. I actually bought this tariff dip on my other account because I'm running out of money, so I'm trying to build the main portfolio first before I start adding to my Roth IRA. So I bought it and look, it went down to 238 over tariff news. So if you're gonna get this company, and as you can see, went right back up to 248. Salesforce, if you want to see a bigger dive, go see my previous videos. I think I made 3 videos on Salesforce. It still remains to be a great buy. This company is going to continue to grow with the agentic AI, Agent Force, and now they're partnering with ChatGPT. Salesforce is definitely a great buy. And the last stock that I have on for this video is Amazon. Amazon is so undervalued. If you look at it here, year to date is actually did not go anywhere. So this is the only Mag 7 company that's been lagging. And as you can see here, the stock has not gone anywhere, but I can guarantee you Amazon has grown as a company way more than 0.07%. So you're getting this company at a discount. You're going into the holiday season. Everybody and their great grandparents are even using Amazon. Yes, great grandparents know how to use Amazon nowadays. So Amazon is becoming a lifeline for society. Everybody goes to Amazon. They're continuing to innovate. They're dominating the market in every way possible. I have bigger deep dives on Amazon if you want to look into that. So at 220, I really think Amazon is a very, very safe company. Buy it, especially for the holiday seasons, because after the holiday season, it's going to be posting beautiful numbers. So Amazon is definitely a great company to buy for the month of October. My next video, I really hope that you watch it. It is very, very important, and how to benefit on the AI market. So if you know, the AI market is the next big thing. We have the chip sector that skyrocketed, like AMD, Nvidia, Intel, even. We have the data center companies like the Nebulouses, the IRNs. They're taking off. They're going through the roof. We even have nuclear going off, and nuclear is not even profitable at all. So everybody's trying to see what AI needs and what's next for the AI to be powered. But for some reason, the market is missing this obvious play. They're focusing on nuclear, but they're not focusing on something else that's more feasible and is being built out right now. So don't miss the next video. It's going to bring you a lot of money. It's going to be a longer hold, but it has potentials for a lot of money. So I hope this video helps. Stay calm when tariff news comes. You buy the dip. Every time you hear the word tariff from Donald Trump, buy the dip. And I'll see you on the next one.